Uganda partnership with Ministry of Tourism present Miss Tourism Uganda and the 2023 finales at the Kampala Serena Hotel on the 9th of September 2023 starting at p.m. as we celebrate tourism, beauty, and what makes Uganda the Pearl of Africa. Regular tickets go for 60,000. VIPs to 50,000 and at 8 at 4 million shillings. Tickets available at Kampala Serena Hotel, Gamba Plaza in Nalukolongo, or you can purchase quicket. For table reservations, please call 0709 74989. Proudly sponsored by Darling Uganda, Super Love, UW Wake, Mlima Safaris, Platinum Tours, NFA, UPDF, MTWA, Uganda Music, Liberty Insurance, UCC, Ngamba Island, Three Ways Consultant, Brand Active, Pepsi, Sparkle, UTB, Farm Holdings, Sams, CTC, Miss Uganda in partnership with.
All right, welcome back from that. This is the 2023 Miss Tourism Contestants debate. Of course, we're going to be having the second round, and in this particular round, I'm going to ask probably one of the proposers to get to help us with the motion so that you can be in position to follow along. So can we have someone?
This house believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. That is the motion.
Okay, that is their motion. Thank you so much. And now, this is team affirmative and this is team negative. May the best team win. Let us have the first affirmer to take the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges and fellow participants, today we gathered to discuss a topic of utmost significance. This house believes that Miss Tourism Uganda contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. In an era where beauty and responsibility go hand in hand, we must deliberate upon potential benefits and implications of the benefits that this would bring to the pageant and the community at large. Miss Tourism Uganda is a pageant that was started by the late Dr. Maria Mutagamba in 2013, and it is aimed mainly at empowering the women in Uganda and also promoting domestic tourism. Domestic tourism itself involves the movement of people from Uganda, for example, around Uganda. Giving an example, recently, around 25th, we were at Adjumani for the talent night. And during that time, we had the opportunity to go and see Mount Oshe. We also moved at the Zoka Forest, and this affirmed the fact that Miss Tourism Uganda is here to promote domestic tourism. Still moving on to the key points on the topic. Volunteering. Volunteering is mainly offering to do something without the aim of having payment back. Personally, I am in this pageant because I am here to work, and work does not involve wanting to be paid. It is mainly jobs that people expect a payment at the end, but I am here to work, and this pageant has given me the opportunity. So when we look at community service projects, we are looking at giving back to the society. Uganda is beautiful, but Uganda has had a lot going on. The deforestation, the dumping of wastes has really affected it. But the Miss Tourism Uganda is here. The greening tourism theme is here to implement better methods of making Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, a better place to be in. Now, when we look at greening tourism looks at mainly making the place sustainable and making it very good, like making it very comfortable to live in, the wildlife, saving the lives of that wild by, for example, not dumping the waste. Do you know that plastics take about 1,000 years for them to decompose and allow plants to grow? So if Miss Tourism Uganda gets involved in things like Let the Pearl Shine that was started with one of our contestants, this is something she started not because she wants to make money, but she wants to make the pearl shine. So if Miss Tourism Uganda is here to encourage and put it as a requirement for all the contestants to offer a service, I am here to affirm that we should take on the roles and do the work. It is not about payment. So as the motion goes, this House believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. I support the motion mainly because when I am involved in something that I am so passionate about doing, and I'm doing it with my whole, I don't expect payment, that makes me so happy. I feel like I am offering a service. I am offering to the nature. This morning, we were having our morning jogs with Miss Rian, and I just saw the plastics around. I started picking them, and it gave me joy. So I urge all the contestants to agree with me on this motion. Thank you very much. My name is Martha Apero. First runner-up, Miss Tourism Karamoja. A good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
A very good afternoon to us all. Protocol observed. My name is Akelo Alison Mary, together with my colleagues, Namaganda Josephine from Buganda region, Miss Lenya Lisa from West Nile, Miss Acha Pamela from Northern Uganda. The House today believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. We are here to negate this motion. When we look at one of the reasons as to why Miss Tourism was started, it is to promote domestic tourism. In order to promote domestic tourism, it involves us as queens to be able to market the tourism in Uganda. Marketing the tourism in Uganda does not come for free. We have to be able to involve finances. That is why, as the negators, we stand to say that this motion cannot be able to promote tourism in Uganda, and it doesn't have a sustainability plan. As the queens, our main role is to ensure that we promote and market tourism. For example, recently we visited Ara Fishing Lodge. That person sponsored Miss Tourism Uganda. He expects something in return. We were there and we were taking pictures. These pictures are meant to market the place. That means that he is going to be able to get profits from this. And he has used us as the queens to be able to promote his place. Let's talk about all the sponsors of Miss Tourism Uganda. All of these sponsors are here to sponsor us. It's not for free. It comes with something. It comes with something that we have to pay back in return. And they have to get something in return. That is why, as we are here as the negators, we say that this motion cannot stand to say that we, as queens, we should volunteer and do this for free. Volunteering is not something that can sustain the tourism sector. As queens, we are here to promote tourism and ensure that the tourism sector is growing and economic development is achieved as well. Thank you, and a very good afternoon to us all.
All right, thank you so much. Let us have the second affirmer.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, dear judges and my fellow debaters, good afternoon. My name is Bridget Kunhira, representing Rwenzori region. I firmly stand in support of the motion that says the House believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. I support it because I believe that this has numerous benefits that go beyond the scope of just beauty. This is a beauty pageant, but community projects add meat that goes beyond just beauty. And firstly, participating in volunteer and community projects allows the contestants to use their platform for greater good. Using the platform to raise awareness about different issues that affect the community, including environmental conservation, that is to mitigate climate change, including road safety, and we also have projects like Let the Pearl Shine that aims at keeping the country clean for better tourism experience. We also have projects like the Road Safety Project that was launched by the Karamoja Queen, Chala Elma Kapel, that aims at addressing the root causes of accidents and promoting responsible road use. This is a project that has come out to promote road safety among users. It is not exactly in line with tourism, but when there is safety, tourism is promoted because the country seems safer than it is assumed. And this inspires other people in the communities to be inspired. It inspires people in the community to get involved in these activities and creating a positive impact in the environment. Secondly, participating in volunteer and community service projects fosters a sense of empathy and responsibility among the contestants. We've come to understand that the society faces different challenges, but when we are in our comfort zone, we do not know what is happening out there. Most people here don't understand that there are people lacking food out there. They do not understand that there are people facing issues, different issues that we are not facing. So when you have an opportunity to involve and communicate and, engage with the community through projects and volunteer services, you have an opportunity to understand that the world is beyond what you think. And this fosters a sense of humility. It instills humility in you. You get to understand that you get a sense of appreciation. You appreciate that the world offers more than what you have. Thirdly, integrating community work integrating community work among contestants enhances the image of the pageant itself. Like it gives off a positive change, a positive image about the pageant. In my community, people think this is just a beauty pageant for show-offs, because the first time I contested, we were going around looking for votes. People were asking, what are you doing this for? Why would you want to be a beauty queen? But with community projects, people understand that this goes beyond just beauty and showing off. Rather, it has been perceived as a glamorous event, but through community events, community projects, it turns into a platform that empowers young women to become ambassadors of change. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our dear judges, my fellow queens, a good afternoon. My name is Namaganda Josephine, first runner-up Miss Tourism Buganda Kingdom. As our motion states, this House believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. I strongly disagree because of my following points. Voluntary projects rarely create impact to the community in a long run.
For example, the reigning queen, that is Nabulia Sidin Kavuma, she's planning to do charity to people in slums, like offering food to them. But what is going to happen next year? These people are going to expect more and more from her, and she's not going to be in position to offer it because she doesn't have the funds. Secondly, it is quite challenging to sustain them than the financial. For example, the Rolex Festival. If at all we went for that event when we all had to just enter for free, it is not going to happen annually, yet it is an event that is supposed to happen every year. So if at all it is voluntarily, she's going to be in position to put it up, but the next year she won't be in position because she cannot sustain it. The third point is it limits skills development to the community. Every time you give something to the community, it is going to limit them to learn something. But if at all you come up with something, for example, tailoring, making braids, these people are going to be in position to get a skill that is going to sustain them in the current situation and in the future. So they are going to be in position to take care of themselves and their children. Thank you so much.
Point of information to the previous speaker. She talked about community services and volunteering and community services not being sustainable. And I want to tell you that these projects are sustainable because through these projects, you get an opportunity to actually create income that will keep these projects running. You do not start up something that is going to just give and give and give. Projects may include skill empowerment. Like you said it yourself, but you contradicted yourself. You empower these people through giving them skills. Like the Rolex Festival, the example you gave is the one I'm going to use. People are using the culinary skills to maintain the projects, to maintain the whole service to keep going. So it's not just about, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I talked about the Rolex Festival, but to inform you, the Rolex Festival is not free of charge. These people pay to go and attend that event. Secondly, when you talk about the community, the more you're going to offer to these people, first of all, you're not a queen. The motion says, you as the Miss Tourism contestant, you're not yet a queen, you're a contestant. Where are you going to get the funds?
More on the Rolex Festival. When she started the Rolex Festival, she didn't have the finances. I mean, she decided to invest in herself, and this is taking her to the world. This is making her shine. The people coming to the Rolex Festival with their businesses are shining. Can you imagine going to eat a Rolex with chicken in it? Who wouldn't want to come to Uganda to test that? So, trust me, it is a service. Again, moving on to the first speaker. This pageant was started by Dr. Maria Mutagamba. She started it as a service to the people, and it is giving impact back to our children. Do you know that one of our daughters is leading in this pageantry, and it is because the mother decided to start it, to invest in it. The Bible says, he who gives, receives. So the more you give, the more you receive. You can see it in the pageantry that we all are in. We are receiving from it because someone invested in it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And to add on what our first speaker has said, being a beauty pageant contestant and volunteering is a very good thing. You cannot tell me that you're not going to make it consistent because you're not sure of the future. First of all, it gives you platform to be identified. Different people are going to identify you, including the government organizations and the non-government organizations. And these will choose to sustain you either by giving you funds or giving you money to choose for the funds, and this will help you to sustain your project. Thank you.
I'd like to inform the first speaker, Ms. Apera, that when Dr. Mariam Mutagamba started History in Uganda, it was aimed at empowering and promoting domestic tourism. For you as a queen to promote domestic tourism, or even as a Protestant, you have to invest. For example, there are projects like Nyege Nyege. Do you think something like Nyege Nyege would go for if we're not paying for it? No, it's not sustainable. If you have to take people to go and visit a place, for example, Aram, or even to your place in Karamoja, don't you need funds to get them there? Don't you need funds to sustain that? If you're going to make an event that happens every year, for example, cultural festival, you're talking about the Rolex Festival. First of all, I would like to inform the House that everybody that came to that Rolex Festival, or even that provided a service, that provided you the Rolex that you get, paid money to attain the skills that they have to make that Rolex. Paid money to ensure that they have the skills that they have, to ensure that you get that beautiful Rolex you are talking about. I would like to inform you that everybody that attended the Rolex Festival paid to get that Rolex and paid at also the entrance to get in. So if you're speaking about being volunteering, I don't think something like the Rolex Festival would be happening every year if the Queen came up and said, oh no, I'm going to be able to volunteer the community to just come and attend and be able to explore the different foods of Uganda, especially Rolex. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What I'm saying is the people, for example, the person who started the Rolex Festival did not need like someone to give her the money. She decided to invest in it. You get? And also, Maria Mutagamba decided to give a service to the community. And through that service, she's reaping from it. Just like I quoted the Bible, that leads most of us, say the largest percentage. He who gives, receives. And the more you give, the more you receive. So it's not about the finances. And as a human being, I love to work. And through this, it has taken me miles. And through it, it is where I actually got the work that I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow contestants. My name is Nabulo Gift Maureen, second runner-up, Miss Tourism Eastern Region, and I'm here to oppose the motion which says, the House believes Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. And I strongly support this because of my following points. 1, role model and influence. As Miss Tourism contestants hold a position of influence and often looked up by many people, so engaging in community and volunteer would set a positive example for the community and encourage others to do the same. And my second point is giving back to the community. As Miss Tourism contestants benefit from their communities, support and hospitality during their reign, participating in volunteer projects is a way for them to give back to the community, expressing gratitude for the community's role in their success. And my third point is promoting tourism responsibility. As a Miss Tourism contestant is doing their charity work in different communities during their charities, they identify new tourism destination, and this helps them to identify them, to promote them. Let's say, talk about the branding skills taught to us in boot camp. We can, talk about the branding skills taught to us in boot camp. We can be able to post on social medias and raise awareness of these identified tourist attractions to the community, hence promoting tourism. Thank you.
Thank you so much. First of all, in that very first statement you made, you said you're here to oppose, but all the points you're giving are proposing. Secondly, you said tourism queens are role models to the community, but I would like to inform you, it doesn't necessarily require you to become a queen just to do the voluntarily activities. Those are activities that are also done by people in politics as they are looking for votes.
Just on the last statement you said, that it does not involve that, quote me right, you sound like you're supporting the motion to me. Please pardon me on that.
This goes to the second speaker, Miss Kunihira Bridget. When you were speaking, you mentioned that there are so many hungry people out there and the world needs much more. And as a queen, you're supposed to provide and be very compassionate about the world. Now, I would like to inform you that Miss Uganda does exactly the same thing. Miss Tourism Uganda is not here to feed the hungry. It's here to promote tourism.
Miss Akelo, I gave that as an example of the issues that are happening in the world, not as a thing that Miss Tourism is working on. I gave that as an example. My point was it creates a sense of empathy and responsibility in you. When you know what is happening in the world, you're more empathetic, and it is through community projects that you are exposed to the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With protocol observed, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lenialisa Teresa, representing West Nile region. Today, I stand firm to oppose the motion, which is, this House believes that Miss Tourism contestants should be required to take part in volunteer and community service projects during their reign. I disagree with the motion because of the following reasons. Balancing demands of the community work with other personal commitments becomes challenging. I believe most of the contestants here have commitments elsewhere. It's either you are working or you are a student somewhere, or you are maybe holding up with something somewhere that you really have to do at the end of the day, but then you have to be in for the pageantry at the same time. I'll give an example I'll give an example of some of the contestants that are here that have been moving out because they have commitments at school that they have to do with. Otherwise, it wouldn't continue.
Thank you. Apologies, Miss Lenya, but I don't understand. I'm very sorry for what you're going through with the loans and all that, but I do not understand how that comes to our community projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was just an example. I was trying to relate the situation. Yeah. The point was taking part in the community project pushes you to do things that you are supposed to do, like requesting for more money from people.
Thank you so much. When she talked about the loans, that was an example. But when it comes to charitable works like voluntarily community services, you're going to look for funds so that you offer the services to these people. Sometimes you're a queen, but because they know you have the money, you're going to be forced to look out for sponsors. Sometimes things are going to fail out, but because you started it, you really want to maintain it. So you're going to take a further step to look for some other sources of funds. Thank you.